Basically, I'm a research assistant in the cricket project. This is the whole JKUAT insect farm. And this is where we rear our insects. The researcher is Dr. Kinyoro in Food Science Department. He found it better to have insect farming in Kenya, especially in Jomo Kenyatta University, because of due to scarcity of food. He saw and found it better to have insects because they are very proteinous, they're very healthy to consume, and they are easy to rear. We started the project back in 2014, funded by Danida and the Green Insect, and then JKUAT was interested in cricket rearing. Basically, the cricket nutrient value, cricket has proteins, it has fat, it has carbohydrates, it has energy, sodium, calcium, zinc, and iron. These things made it a surety that cricket is good for our bodies and as our diet in our food. Back in 2014, that's where we began our cricket farming in JKUAT. Initially, we used to catch insects from outside because basically cricket lives in the field. So we used to bring them from outside to inside. When you bring them and change the environment from outside to inside, they die due to change of temperature from the outside one and the inside one. So making them enclosed in an environment that they are not used to, it made them die, and that was a big challenge to us because it was very hard for us to have a breed or have something that can help us produce and have the reproduction of the crickets. Two types of cricket in our farm. We have house cricket and field cricket in our farm. So their lifespan is very different. The house cricket takes 5 months to become adults, and the field cricket takes 3 months to become adults. So basically, we want the farmers to have the faster one, the field cricket, because it grows faster, it doesn't eat a lot, it reproduces a lot, because cricket reproduces by laying eggs. So for the house cricket, it doesn't lay a lot of eggs, but the field cricket lays a lot of eggs. So when it comes to farming, we are just urging farmers to go for the field cricket. It's very proteinous, also grows faster because its lifespan just takes 3 months. In 1 month it is an adult, the second month it starts laying eggs, and then the third month it is whole adult and can be harvested for your food or for your animal feed. So when we rear the crickets, we have the two options. You can do crickets for food and you can do crickets for animal feeds. On day one of birth, cricket feeds on broiler starter feed, the normal chicken feed that is bought from outside. That is what we feed our crickets with. Then after day one of birth, they feed for that 1 month. Then after 1 month, we introduce green leaves. Basically, they take kales like chicken, they take wandering Jew, they feed on gallant soldier leaves, they take blackjack, they also feed on spinach, cabbages, just like our chicken in the house. So we just feed them with the broiler starter feed, but we just add some vitamins and some cereals we buy from outside and make it rich in protein for them to be much proteinous. This is broiler starter mash, rich in protein. We add vitamins, we add cereals, we add soya beans for the cricket feed to be much proteinous for them to feed on and grow fat and increase the protein in it for human consumption and animal consumption also. These are cricket eggs. They lay their eggs on cotton wool. We assume this to be soil. Crickets in the farm lay their eggs in the soil, moist soil. So we wet the cotton wool and then they lay their eggs there. The females are the ones that lay eggs. They have something we call an ovipositor. It just pinches the cotton wool and then deposits the mature eggs underneath the plate. They are black in color. The house cricket is more brown. This one is a female cricket. It has an ovipositor. You can see this. This is the ovipositor. The whole abdomen of the cricket carries eggs. So when the eggs mature, it just pinches the plate with the cotton wool wet, and then it deposits the mature eggs. Then a male. This a male. A male doesn't have an ovipositor. That's how we differentiate between a male and a female. We use egg trays as cricket home. They like hiding. So in between the trays, as I arrange my whole farm, I arrange my trays as they stand upright, and the crickets find a place to sleep and a place to hide, and it becomes their home. These are house crickets. They are brown in color. They are not darker as the field crickets. They are young. We feed them water using cotton wool ball. This is a cotton wool ball. I just make a ball and dip it in water, and they just suck water. Then this is their feed. We put them as flat and as low as possible. When cricket watafikia, they are too little, so they crow to look for food. Basically and generally from their nature, crickets smell food and smell water. So it will crow over and look for food and look for somewhere to eat its food. When they are young, that's how we feed them. Taroga, it collects temperature in the room and the humidity in the room. Gets as food and feed. Cricket as food, we are trying to make the community aware of crickets and the good purposes of crickets, the high protein value of crickets. So we are trying to make crickets as flat, because when you bring cricket outside like that, live cricket, and people are just like, oh, we can't even eat crickets. So we came up with a way of grinding the crickets. So after they are adults, we harvest them, we wash them, we dry them, and then we crush them into flour. So the flour has got many purposes. So we can use the flour in porridge. You can use the flour also in your baking at home. You can bake your cakes using the cricket flour. You can bake your pancakes in the house with cricket flour also. It has got a lot of uses. You can use it as a spice. You can use it as a spice in your food, because before we grind the cricket, we cook it. So we cook it in the oven. We have a bakery in our JKUAT processing unit. So we bake the crickets and then crush them, such that you can even eat the cricket flour. You can taste it, you can have it the whole meal. We call it the whole meal cricket flour. You can eat it just even without cooking, because it is ready for you to take. Then we use the cricket also as animal food. So as animal food, you just harvest your crickets from the farm, you dry them. If your chicken can eat the crickets live, you take them in the cages, and the chicken will just run over the crickets and eat them. You have a good protein for the chicken. So, and your eggs will be much proteinous. Then we use also crickets in fish farming. Fish also eat crickets. So the protein in fish also can be raised using the crickets as a supplement in their food. Also, pigs, cows, you can feed them with your crickets if you have them in your farm. So then we have challenges in the farm. Anything and everything in this world has got its advantages and disadvantages. So rearing crickets also has got some of challenges. So one of the challenges that we have is high cost of the protein feed. Basically, telling a farmer to go out and buy the broiler starter feed to feed the crickets, it has got a high cost. So we are purposing one day, as the years go by, and to have cricket food in the shops. The way we have the chicken feed in the agrobets, the way we have the animal feed, the cow feeds, the dog feeds. the pig feeds. We want to go into the market one day and find their cricket feeds, specifically cricket feeds. So that's one of the challenges that we have. Then too, we have diseases. Today, we don't have an existing disease in our farm, but maybe in the upcoming years we have a disease. But basically, for you not to have a disease in your food production area, you need to make your area clean. So we make sure our cricket farm is clean. We wash where they live, we clean it, we disinfect the area, because we are purposing our crickets to be for food. So disease so far is not a problem anywhere. Then we have predation. That's a third challenge we have. Cricket has got a lot of enemies. The noise that cricket makes attracts insects, it attracts crawling animals, lizards, rats. They also feed on cricket. Even snakes, they also feed on cricket. The spiders. Once a spider stings the cricket, it just dies off. It can't survive again. So you must make sure your farm is safe. Safe of rats, safe of even ants. They do eat the cricket. So it's a challenge that we have been having here. So you have to have the prevention measures to make sure you don't have predators in the farm. Then we have inbreeding is our fourth challenge and the last one. So inbreeding basically is when you have a prolonged period of your productivity. Maybe it's like today you have your one slot crickets, you rear them, harvest their eggs, and then the same eggs hatch in the same area. Then the same young ones hatch in the same area again, and you collect eggs. So that process of having your cricket eggs is one cycle. You don't want to buy eggs from outside. It brings an inbreeding problem that makes the crickets reduce. Why? Because you're not bringing something from outside. Just the same as how you farm. Ukizoea kulima maharagwe hapa, you don't want to interchange the maharagwe maybe na mahindi. Ukilima hiyo maharagwe sana, kuna mahali inafika haitoi vizuri. The same as crickets. So you must make sure you have eggs from various places, from various farmers, and then you can have that problem solved. I am a cricket farmer myself. I am a cricket feeder. I feed on crickets. They're very rich in protein. So for farmers out there, I would urge you to get into this farming. It is very cheap. It takes small space for you to have cricket farming. They eat less food. They drink less water. It's not like a cow. You can have 10 cows and you don't have a shed to feed them in and to rear them in. But for crickets, you can rear them in a basin, you can rear them in a small bucket, you can rear them in a box in your house. So the small scale, the upcoming farmers who want and wish to have crickets, it's the best. It's a good project, and it won't fail you. In the market, we have people who want animal feed for their supplements. So we will basically be together on one line. As I have a dream, one day, one time, I'll walk around in the market and find the tins full of crickets. People are selling crickets for food, for animal feed also. So it is a good project and it's a promising one.